Welcome to another episode of Friday Lectures. Bienvenidos todos, especialmente nuestro equipo en Bogotá. I'm Linda. Today I'm talking with Vlad, former sales floor and country manager of Colombia's office. You may also know him as James, and he has been managing Dyninno Colombia for 7 years. Vlad, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias por la invitación, Linda.
De nada. Antes de continuar esta conversación, yo tengo algunas preguntas sobre Colombia.
Sí.
En tu opinión, ¿cuáles son los símbolos más representativos de Colombia?
Buena pregunta. Vamos a pensar. La bandera, seguro.
¿Y para ti?
Para mí.
Para ti.
Ok, esa es otra pregunta.
Sí, para ti. Los símbolos más representativos para ti.
Energía, seguramente energía. La energía que tiene este país y la energía que tienen los colombianos, para mí es lo más importante. Esa energía positiva que los tienen ellos.
Ok, gracias. Y otra pregunta. ¿Es verdad que el café colombiano sabe mejor cuando tomando en Colombia?
Sí, seguro. El mejor café es el café colombiano para mí.
Ok, gracias. Y ahora, si te parece bien, continuamos en inglés. Okay?
Vamos con inglés. Muy bien, español.
Gracias. So one more time, welcome Vlad, and I'm very happy to have you here today. And you started your career in Dyninno, Moldova. Can you tell us more about the position you had and your Dyninno journey?
Once again, thank you for having me here. And now, I assumed you might ask me that question, and I was trying to look these days on when have I started this journey. And I was not sure, actually. And then I looked at it, and it was in 2008, March or April 2008. So it has been 18 years since I started this journey indeed. To my surprise, 18 years, that's a lot.
That's a lot, and that's a lifetime of a person, for example, or a young adult.
Yeah. If to think about it, that has been my first actual job. And that has been a journey. And now, yes, I started in Moldova 18 years ago. And since then, traveled a bit, seen a bit, occupied certain positions, and probably accumulated a bit of experience.
So a lot of people know you as James.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about your beginnings in the sales floor? Because I assume the nickname James comes from this time.
Yeah. Actually, majority of my colleagues, I actually seen the interview of Peter, and he said that majority of us started as agents, right? And we've been selling tickets, and he mentioned that too. And in his case, the nickname was Peter, and his actual name is Peter. In my case, it came up to be James, but way later. I started with my actual name, Vlad. But after half of the year, I realized that clients are having issues spelling this name. Actually, not only Americans. In Colombia, that has been an issue too. Because in Spanish, actually, the V and B, these are letters which are being spelled
So it's like Vlad.
Exactly. So it's very hard to spell the name. And I realized that we're going a bit off topic, but when I was in Colombia, I was always saying that I'm James. James, James. I almost never mentioned the name Vlad because the spelling was hard. Now, getting back to your question, after a while, we understood that it's quite hard for the clients to accept this name. And people were calling and saying, can you give me this guy? And they've been spelling letter by letter my name. And that's when the name James appeared. I got this nickname, and for many people since then, I am James.
James Bond.
Even my mom sometimes says
Oh,
James.
really?
Yeah,
Wow,
funny.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So for several years, you have been heading Dyninno Colombia as a country manager. And how did you decide to relocate and to take up this opportunity and in Colombia?
So before Colombia, I spent 2 years, I think approximately 2 years in Philippines, in one of our locations, Cebu. So it hasn't been a journey which started exactly in Moldova. I've started Skylux Travel Project, which is known in Travolution, in Philippines. The division there, as we have two divisions there of Travolution in Philippines and Cebu. So I've started this business class division there. And actually my relocation to Colombia started from there. I mean, I literally traveled from Philippines to Moldova for a few weeks, and then that's when I moved to Colombia. And as well in Philippines, the decision has been taken by me based on the proposal which appeared back then, having in mind the experience in Philippines, seeing how the dynamics of an office are going. I just decided to take this challenge, so to speak.
And was it at the beginning, was it also connected with establishing the business class division there, or was it already as a country manager position?
As a country manager position.
So that was basically your first country managing experience.
I actually was the sales floor manager, not the country manager, because the concept of a country manager probably appeared a bit later. But in Moldova, I was the sales floor manager for approximately, I think, 2 years.
For all Moldova, not just the business class.
Back then, it was a bit different.
I was all together.
Yeah, it was like in a way all together. It was a clear separation between sales floor, administration, accounting, human resource. I would say sales floor. From sales floor perspective in Moldova, that's where the journey started for me from the perspective of management. Colombia has been my first, so to speak, country manager experience where I got involved into all of the aspects, such as sales floor, let's say human resource, accounting, being not all over the place, but in a good way, all over the place, being involved in all of the operations aspects.
Okay, so you have a extensive experience with different cultures, let's say that. And what was maybe the biggest cultural shocks for you? Like, I assume in Colombia it was already less shocking because you have been in Philippines before for some time, but maybe you can describe in what shocked you in Philippines and in Colombia, and maybe elaborate about what it took from you, like learning the language and adjusting to the certain style of communication and the rhythm of the office.
Probably I should have responded this question with giving you examples of what actually shocked me or not. And probably a few years ago, I would do it. But now, looking back at everything, what changed is not looking at the things from perspective of shocks. Because these shocks are appearing when you are looking on the world or on certain countries or cultures from perspective of comparing it to your own. But when you are becoming more like open-minded and you do understand that somewhere there is a way bigger culture, there is way more population, because coming from Moldova, and this lesson appeared first in Philippines, coming from Moldova, that's a country of what at maximum we have like 3.5 million population. Latvia, not a big country as well, right? So when you go somewhere and you start comparing, this is where the shocks are appearing. But when you just go with the wave, and
With
you
an
look
open
at
mind.
with an open mind, so to speak, nothing becomes a shock. It all becomes an experience.
Okay, so the
And
biggest experiences, let's call them like this.
Spanish itself, learning Spanish for me, that has been a huge experience. Simply, I was back then, I would say, around 30, 29. Learning a language at that age from zero, that has been a challenge. And even though if my native language is Romanian and you have this, it's a Latin language as well, you do absorb the language faster. But in Colombia and Spanish overall, people speak at different speed.
Yeah,
And the issue was always like
speakers.
adjusting yourself to the speed. I can tell you a funny story. Let's say,
Okay, I'm ready.
Speaking of it, I remember. So I knew in Philippines, I'm flying to Colombia. I was like thinking in my head that I speak Romanian. There is no issue, no problem. I'll figure it out. I need just few months, and you just adjust, adapt, and it's easy. So I tried some courses, and I was mostly listening to some courses for the language. And I'm arriving at in Colombia, and there was a driver sent to pick me up at the airport, and here we come. Here is the moment when it's my first interaction with the Colombian, and I can test my Spanish. Never before I was able to test my Spanish, right? I was learning, but I never had a conversation. And I speak so confidently to him, and he speaks to me, and I'm like, all good. 80% of that thing, I understand everything. It's all cool. I'm so confident. I made it. Second day, I'm waking up with my colleague, Marcel. He was of huge help in Colombia, and he made a lot for that office to succeed. So we wake up both second day, and he learned Spanish way more extensive than me. So getting back, at that breakfast place, and I think that my experience, same as with this driver, will continue right now, and I will speak perfectly. And the lady speaks to me so fast, and then in time I realized that she as well had an accent from the coast. I didn't understand anything, like zero. When I say zero, it means zero. Like imagine, I was placed in this is where my world, like twisted.
Upside down, yeah.
It turned upside down because I actually realized that I don't speak Spanish. I mean, or what I learned, it's not the case, And I realized that daily I will have to improve. And I did improve at a certain point.
You
I
had
was
7 years to improve.
fluent. Yeah.
That's great. Happy for you.
Thank you.
And what are like the differences between maybe, let's say, each office team-wise, like how people are collaborating, how are they, I don't know what the main characteristics are. Let's say if you compare teams in Moldova, in Philippines, and in Colombia, are there like any, if stereotypical or just like personally noticed differences that you see?
Moldova as well is somehow this Latin culture where small talk is present. But even in Philippines or in Colombia, it's a different level. I mean, the small talk, sharing the moments in the moment, it's a different level. Like in Colombia, it's like the energy it's always zooming, booming. The sales floor, you always hear that someone is on the phone speaking, sharing. That I would say it's different. I mean, in Colombia, you actually feel this energy. It's a cultural aspect, the language itself, and this culture of sharing the experience. And
Are
the
they
small
more
talk.
like family members, friends inside the team? How do you think? No.
No.
It's just the openness, but they're
Yeah.
not crossing any boundaries.
Yeah.
They're just friendly in the office, but that doesn't mean they're spending time afterwards.
I think, well, it depends. I mean, I think it's an overall cultural difference, right? This culture of small talk, sharing, being present in the moment, you know. It's I'll give you another instance. Like whenever with my colleagues, even from Latvia, and we had there colleagues of mine, which from Latvia, from Moldova, which during certain period of Colombian office development, of Bogota office development, were coming back and forth, sharing experience, building departments. Whenever we were speaking, let's say, either we speak in Romanian, either it's in English. I remember guys were approaching us, agents or supervisors, saying, "Are you guys mad? Are you guys fighting?" You know, because for them, like the way we communicate, for them it's all smooth. It's just part of the culture, you know. This communication always, this zooming, booming. It's happening.
And if you compare now to Riga office,
That's I.
are you feeling lonely here? Are you feeling that nobody cares about you because we don't engage in that much small talk?
Yeah, imagine the surprise I received whenever I realized that. But you know, I don't think I actually, and I think my Latvian colleagues can confirm, even the fact that they don't need this small talk. My small talk is coming and covering them, and I'm being that annoying guy which is always communicating. It's just part of that culture. I became part of that culture for the fact that so many years spent there. Being a Moldavian before that, the small talk is there. But in Colombia, it's a different level. Because the business itself is created through a relation first. The first thing which comes, it's a relation with the person. This, because this small talk, it can. I have plenty of friends in Colombia, and speaking of even outside of work, and even in the even in at work, let's say signing certain contract, building certain relation with someone. First comes maybe a lunch, asking you about how's your family. It's all about building this personal relation first, and the business comes next,
So
which is very different from our culture.
in an office meeting, how much time is spent on small talk?
I would say a lot. I'm not gonna give a percentage, but I would say a joke. It's just part of a culture, you know.
Yeah.
You cannot.
But I also think then later on the business things become more easy because people are understanding each other. They know on what level everyone is, and they can quicker maybe do other things. I don't know. Maybe the small talk is helping.
It is. It is. It is. And you know, at the beginning of the process, right? Like building this entire office, like eventually just to dive a bit into how getting back to the work side a bit. It's like we had a small location initially. We understood that the model works in Colombia. We understood that there is potential developing, growing. And then we moved to a bigger location, and that actually like building that location from zero. And I'm speaking both. I'm speaking building the sales floor from a relatively small amount of agents, departments. But then it has been about location as well, like partners which are, let's say, doing an entire office. I'm speaking about construction companies. I mean, those meetings were all about that, you know, like 30% of entire, even if I wanted to push back against it, that was impossible. I mean, 30% of an entire meeting was about some personal stuff, you know, like how are you, like how is it's such a different cultural vibe.
Yeah.
And you are right, afterwards the things become way easier. I mean, even a meeting which is pure business can start with let's take a coffee. Let's take a coffee. Let's discuss it. Different culture. That we arrive at the same. I think it's not like because the efficiency is being lost. We do get to the same. It's just the path is different.
And you just talked about how much it like took for building a bigger office, and maybe you can brag a little bit how much the Colombian office grew when you were there. Like you came to establish the office, and now it's 400 people.
You know, I think the best about Colombian office, which not to brag about, but because there were so many people involved into the success of it. But I think the success of Colombian office is not in the quantity. I think it's in what it has achieved as till now, in a way, the first office where our agents in Colombia don't speak English, and people are forgetting about it.
Yeah.
So we have agents which are an important component of our organization, which literally they don't speak English, and we never, as a company, sold in a different language. Yes, I know that in Philippines we sell in Tagalog, Visaya clients. It's all, but majority, like all of our agents in Philippines, do speak English.
Yeah.
In Colombia, that was not the case. And the resilience of our agents in the beginning, before we even adjusted our tools, translations, how people without having English, and so to speak, there are not many people who speak English in Colombia overall. And it's not because it's just not popular. It's not the case. It's Colombia is being surrounded by so many other Spanish-speaking countries. Because for us here in Europe, it's a necessity to speak maybe English to make sure that you understand the neighbor next to you. In Colombia, well, you have Peru speaks Spanish, Ecuador speaks Spanish, Venezuela speaks Spanish. It's just maybe different accent, but it's Spanish. So
And the market is huge.
and the market is huge, and so to speak, what I'm proud about them, about the job which the team's done, is the fact that we adjusted to the new market. We started selling in Spanish to Spanish-speaking clients in United States.
Also a huge market.
It's a huge market, and it's something which we haven't done before. We had, and we still have some agents of ours which speak, let's say, different languages, and they sell to a client. I mean, it could have, like, imagine you speak Latvian. A client calls you from US and says, "Oh, Linda, you speak Latvian. Let's do the conversation." But there is no entire office which would speak Latvian. You see my point?
Yeah.
It's different. And getting there, that's the biggest achievement, I think, of entire team, including the main office, adjusting the tools and everything. It has been a totally different language for us as a company.
And we are adjusting to it, and we are publishing our internal news in 2 languages.
Exactly. Yeah.
Imagine.
Exactly. And thank you for that. And that's as well an achievement, right? Because we have a case to make it happen. I mean, and that I think that's the thing to brag about, and that's the success of everyone. The fact that the numbers of agents grew, the team grew, that's complementary in a way. But the fact that it happened with clients which were calling us in Spanish, sold in Spanish, tools adjusted in Spanish, translations which you are speaking about, it's a different language. And that makes me happy.
And I'm curious now, before the office was opened, did we have any marketing done in Spanish? And what was the plan? Did we know that we're gonna build this office only in Spanish? Or we were approaching like other locations that we are saying, okay, we are Dyninno Group, we are international, our company language is English, and we are hiring people who are bilingual?
I think I'll try to answer the question a bit in maybe not as direct, because it has been as well a process, even for marketing team, because we have in marketing team people which speak Spanish, advertising being done in Spanish. But initially, when we moved there, we didn't, to be honest, know what to expect from the market itself. I would say there was a clear understanding that there is a huge market, but there was no super clear understanding about like how to approach it, how to do it. We even started, I mean, as I told you in the beginning, I didn't speak Spanish. There were three of us. There was me, there was Marcel, and there was a trainer from Moldova, which back in time, I think she lived in Spain, and she spoke Spanish. So we are there, but our initial batches were all in English because we had to get to adapt. We didn't start with Spanish. We started actually with the same English, and the plan of ours was in time to start getting agents in Spanish, test the market, adjust a bit, and within like 3 to 4 months, we moved to Spanish because we realized that, and you know how we realized this? That we understood that our agents, which were speaking English, felt way more comfortable selling to Spanish-speaking clients.
And they were speaking
their native language, even though if we were trying to give them English clients, so to speak. So somehow this transition happened automatically. And this transition happened even for us as a team there, because we had to switch as well. I mean, language-wise. I mean, it's not like, oh, now I speak Spanish, me, and now let's switch. No, it was all a rolling mix, We switched, and then all of a sudden we were hiring only Spanish-speaking people. We were all like already at 30-40% Spanish, and marketing was adjusting as well. So it was, like the process started. And we started translating our tools in all our systems we use. And now most of the tools are somehow translated. The clients, specifically clients, are getting everything in Spanish as well. There is a SAP Tickets Espanol web page. So it has been a process, step by step, all the pieces came together and we somehow became a totally separated entity within Trevolution, language-wise, first of all.
If you would have to describe Dyninno Colombia in few words.
I would say energy, for sure. Like the energy you feel. I would say flexibility and resilience. I mean, that's for me overall, like Dyninno Colombia. And Colombia overall, like for me, it's this adaptability of people. I mean, just to the story which I told you, right? And positivity, of course, very positive people. Office people, doesn't matter what, very positive.
What are the things you missed most about Colombia now being here in Riga?
To be honest, I'm still going back to Colombia. I technically have a technical job to be done there, and I'm still keeping tight connections to the team.
But personally, what do you miss from Colombia here in Riga?
Or in Moldova, right? People, of course, people. Colombian people are amazing. I mean, to me, the vibe of what I miss else. I miss the climate. I love the climate of Bogota. To answer you in a different way, Colombia as a country is very biodiverse. So you have the country in a way divided in 3 countries. You have Bogota, which is located at 2,600 meters, which is like most of the ski resorts are not located at this height. Then you have mid-country, which is, it's called Paisa. You have Bogota, which are called Rolos. And then you have Costeños, which is already Cartagena region, which is on the coast. And Bogota has its specific climate, And I love Bogota climate. This rain, but at the same time, this hot weather which you get year around. The climate just, I love it. I miss that climate. Like imagine year around, you live in mostly one, I would say, spring, autumn, year around. Year that's what I miss. I miss that.
No, sorry for you.
It's okay.
But thank you. Now you're managing Vagamo, a semi-online travel agency. Please tell us, what are the biggest differences between managing a country operation and leading product initiatives?
Well, it as well depends where are you leading that and who's your team. It depends on this cultural background. But of course, less small talk. When you lead it, when you do any IT tasks, people by nature are more exact. They need exact data, clear instructions, clear direction. There is flexibility, of course. And you know, as funny as it sounds, from my perspective, I do not change myself the way I am, even having my background, even within this line of duty, so to say. I'm still being myself. I mean, with the small talk, with everything. So it is different. You have to be more exact. And that's the huge, big difference. Because sales is different. Sales, at the end of the day, besides the management which you do, sales, it's energy. To me, that's energy, that this vibe, that's like keep going, as my colleague Eugene says, when it's enough, never. That's sales. Here it's a different thing. Here it's more of being exact, clear instructions, clear vision on what you do. That's different, and you have to adjust. But there is space to be whoever you are. Like the small talk still happens, you know.
Okay, thank you.
I can change. You cannot get the Colombian out of me. You know?
Don't, please don't. We need more positive, energetic people around. Okay, if you don't mind, let's play a little this or that game. If you would have to choose city life in Bogota or eternal spring vibes in Medellin.
You know, once in 2 months you can fly to Medellin and come back. It's 1 hour flight, but for me, city of Bogota.
A hearty plate of bandeja paisa or freshly made arepa.
So I'm not the big fan of arepas, but I don't actually like bandeja paisa también. What I like the sweet, the more called arepa de choclo. That's what I like.
Okay, so you're
I'm
sweet
not.
tooth.
I'm a sweet tooth when it comes to it. You know.
Watching Colombian national football team play or dancing salsa.
You know, now it's the World Cup, so I'll be cheering for Colombia very much. I mean, Moldova is not playing, so I'll be cheering for.
Is Romania playing?
I don't think. No.
I still haven't seen.
No. They
So
didn't. They didn't.
you're
I'll be
team
cheering
Colombia.
for. If Romania would play, I would be cheering for Romania. To be honest with you, yeah.
okay.
But there is only Colombia who's I'm gonna. So the options are like that, you know. It's Moldova, Romania, or after that comes Colombia for me. Now, salsa. I think this is so different. I mean, there is place for everything. There is place for salsa and there is place for soccer. It's better to have the first and the second one. You can watch soccer first and then go dance salsa.
That's a great plan.
Yeah.
I think, everybody should do that. Cheer on soccer and then go and dance salsa.
Yeah.
And which country has the best fans for sports? Romania, Moldova, or Colombia?
I would say Colombia. I'll tell you a story.
Please do.
So I don't know what happened. you can relate. I know like Latvia is very strong in sports overall, and to
Not all, but we have
I can
some.
say it's such a small country, but with so many great achievements in winter sports, especially, and in basketball as well. For such a small country, that's to me that's impressive. And but I and you can relate to the story. Like I remember, I was when we had let's say it was the second or the third year, or maybe the second, and there was, I don't remember, maybe the world championship. And at one point I realized that nobody's working. And I cannot understand why. And I realized that everyone is watching soccer, like literally. And it's a working hour. And even human resource is saying, sorry, James, that's religion. We cannot,
Yeah, exactly.
we cannot, I mean, it doesn't matter what you do, how you do. I've never seen it. I mean, the emotions, people crying,
Over a game.
over a game, and you are like, wow. So I don't know. I don't think that anyone can beat this.
Me neither.
I mean, imagine you have the windows open, and you can hear. You don't even need to watch the game. It doesn't matter where you are. You hear how people are cheering, and you know that okay, they scored, they didn't score, because it's all on. It's all there. It's the entire city is buzzing. It's crazy. I haven't seen that in many countries. I know it's similar for everyone, but when you have a lot of population and density is there, and you have all this happening live, that's pretty impressive.
So, how did you manage the situation?
I
Was
didn't.
there
I
a watch
just-
party
I
together in
didn't.
Colombian office? No, everyone
I
was
just let
watching
it-
together.
I mean, you cannot change. You just cannot change it, and you
No.
cannot get involved.
And maybe you shouldn't, right?
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't,
If
yeah.
it's more like a religion, then
Exactly.
let's not touch it.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
let's
You just give it time.
let's
and
give
respect
them
it.
the time that they need and to be in the game,
Yeah.
in the culture.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for a great conversation. It was nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And thanks to everyone watching. Thank you for being with us, and see you in our next Friday lecture episode.